Your very first card is the World. How wonderful is this to get first? A very happy ending. Coming full circle, spiritual growth and insights from Archangel Michael, talking about coming full circle around something that has maybe been a challenge for you. Some of you may still be in a challenge, and it looks like it's going to come full circle for you sometime here coming up pretty soon in December or around about there. That we're going to come full circle about something. And the next card that wants to go is All That Glitters from the Oracle. So this may be the foundation of what it is that you're coming full circle about. So for some of you, it may have been if there's some challenge that you've been going through, it may have come about because something was glittery and got your attention, and it's like you got sucked in. That's what they're saying. You got sucked in from the glitter. Maybe there was an innocence about you, or there was you believed, that you could help somebody. Maybe it's like you, maybe for some of you, went for the shiny thing and realized all that glitters is not gold. Seems to be the message for some of you that is coming full circle roundabout, that you went for the shiny thing thinking it was gold, and have now learned that that's not always the case because of whatever situation you may be in that may be close to ending, going full circle. For some of you, it may have already sort of ended. You could be anywhere in that sort of circle, but near the completion of it, of the cycle of understanding this idea. That one wanted to go second and tucked up right up to this one, like this. In other words, this is the thing that you're coming full circle about. And so in that, with, what all that glitters is not gold would indicate that, what you thought would work out really well is not working so well. And they're saying this challenge can be overcome. This is a challenge that you can resolve. Withdraw from the drama, right? You may have, if this is regarding relationships or work, where there's other people involved that you thought things would work out well with, and it turns out that there's a whole ton of drama with it, that's what you want to get away from. Getting away from the drama of other people, having patience with yourself about this. Forgiveness. Forgive yourself for going for the shiny thing. Forgiving yourself, they're saying that, not that you've done anything wrong. Wrong is not the word. So they're speaking to those of you who, on some level, whether you're aware of it or not, you may be beating yourselves up for going for the gold and thinking you should have recognized that it wasn't gold. So they're saying to forgive yourself. Forgiveness, again, I've done a couple of videos on forgiveness. It's not that you've been a bad person, it's not that kind of forgiveness. It's the forgiving yourself that, you saw gold, look like gold. That was the best decision that you could make at that time with what you knew. So forgiving yourself is about, another way of saying it is, there's no need to beat yourself up over pursuing that, because at the time, with what you knew, you made a good decision. You made a good decision at the time. You made the best decision you could make. So in terms of resolving it, they want to invite you to become the observer of it. Kind of step back and see if you can look at the situation from the perspective of your higher self, the perspective of spirit, sort of, imagine yourself up high looking down on you in the situation. Become the observer to the situation. When you do that, it really sort of takes you out of the drama. These two are coming up together. Becoming the observer of it really helps you get out of the story. You want to get out of the story. Oh, well, yeah, but he said this and she said that and he did this and can you believe that and can you believe he did this and that? That if you hear yourself talking like that, you're caught in the story. And what happens when you're in the story is that your engagement with it is reactive. Victim can come up. Blaming the other person can come up. And so what you want to do is get out of that. To become the observer allows you to get out of the story so that now you can see kind of all sides, and it enables you to respond versus react. Now you have more choice out of the emotions and more into the intellect, where, the word for this month is wisdom. Wisdom is the word that came for December for all signs. And so it's about connecting the mind with the heart, and more, in a stronger sense, allowing the mind more control this month over the heart space. And becoming the observer will really help you help your mind manage the emotions of it that might come up in December. And then you also got this one. Didn't you guys get this one last month? Don't give up. What's right is right. What's right from wrong. Right from wrong. Don't give up on what is right for you. And also, sort of generally speaking, in terms of truth versus lie kind of thing. It's like, don't give up on what is right and true, especially for yourself. It's time to clean it up. This card is kind of underneath all of the cards. This one wants to sort of radiate out like this to all these cards. You're going to go full circle with this idea. All that glitters is not gold. You're learning that. This is a challenge that's coming up because of it, that you can manage and resolve when you get away from the drama by becoming the observer and not giving up on what is right. And when you put all those cards together, this one's coming up to say, yep, it's time to clean this up. It's time to clean this up. Now, the other meaning for this is, it's a bit like, okay. So they're showing me kind of, how you clean up after a big party, after some kind of event. After an event, it's time to clean up, right? Everyone leaves, and now you get out the broom, and and the cloth, and you wipe off the tables, you sweep the floor. It's time to clean it up to get ready for what's next. It's the cleanup time. Cleanup time is at the end. It's the end of this cycle of that. So that is kind of the top row. And so as my readings go, a bit like a story, it's as if, this one came in to say, okay, you're going to go full circle on this. And the end of the circle's coming around. It's coming around quick. And so as you do, and then you go through the cleanup phase, just clean it up. Cleaning up in terms of this situation could be maybe decluttering. They're showing me sort of getting rid of items that hold memories or the energy of this situation, to get rid of those, Thank you for the memories, thank you for the learning, thank you for the understanding, the deeper wisdom of things, and now, letting go of anything that reminds you of this situation. Clean it up. Letting it go. Also, they're talking about this idea of forgiveness. This idea of forgiveness, when they said that's another way that you're sort of cleaning it up. You're letting go of blaming yourself. For those of you who might be doing that, blaming yourself for getting into this situation. You did the best you could, at the time that you made the decision to get into it. So let go of beating yourself up, if you are, of getting into the situation. That's another way that you're just sort of cleaning it up and finalizing this circle going around. So then once that's cleaned up, now naturally the next natural step is what's next. And they're saying that as you go into what's next, you're going to have this deep knowing of what you want to do next, and it's going to come from answering the question of why you're wanting to do it. So why do you want to do it? Will help you also in terms of having finalized this idea that to not get involved in this kind of thing again, that as you start into the next sort of event of your life, to ask yourself why you're wanting to do what it is you've come up with that you'd like to do next. So whatever it is you come up with, take some time to sort of ponder. That's the word. Ponder why. Why are you wanting to do it? And have your reasons be something that help the passion be lit up about it. It helps the motivation, the inspiration. That's the word. The inspiration and the motivation of it comes from your why. Why are you doing it? And when you ask that question, you're going to get some really deep sort of spiritual higher self, sort of higher power. You're going to get some deep knowing about the truth and the inspiration of what you're wanting to do next. It will help guide you to what's going to be really good for you to go to next. There's going to be sort of confirmation in terms of your head to heart. Ask why and listen to your heart. Wisdom in December. When you do that, once you know what it is and you get this deep knowing, like, yes, this is what I want to do, congratulations, you've done a really good job. This one's coming up saying congratulations in terms of all of this as well. It's coming up with this to say good job. It's all cleaned up. You did well going through that sort of cycle. Congratulations. They're also saying congratulations on whatever it is that you're wanting to do next, and having found your why and having this deep knowing that it's the right direction for you next. And so now it's time to move on to the next project. Awards, scholarships, promotions, like what would you like to do next? And so it's time to move on. It's time to come to the edge and take the next step. It's time to act upon whatever this vision is that comes for you. It's time to take action. You guys, this is 4 cards. 4 cards. This is your final row down here is just like, okay, once you get really clear about what's next and you have this deep knowing of why you're doing it, you have 4 cards talking about come to the edge. It's the right thing to do. This is right for you. It's time to act on it. Creativity, congratulations. It's time to move forward. And Yang is about this fire, right? This fire, this is about taking action. This is the masculine energy. The Yang is the masculine, creativity and taking action. Taking action. It's time to take action towards what it is that you'd like to do next. So for many of you, it feels like in December, because all of this is happening in one reading, you could be anywhere along this sort of, as my readings go a bit like a story, you could be anywhere along this sort of story. For some of you, you might be sort of still in this, for some of you might still be in the challenge. Just know that you will be coming for full circle with it. For others of you, you may have come for full circle, and now it's time to clean up. No blaming yourself, letting it go, forgiveness, self-forgiveness, no blame happening. Also, decluttering and just sort of preparing, setting the stage for what the next adventure is going to be. For some of you, it could be that you're questioning what you'd like to do next, and they're saying that you have the answer. So for some of you, you have gone full circle and you want to know what's next. Well, find your why. Find your why. So looking at what your why is going to be for some of you, once you do know that, for some of you, it's just going to be about taking action in December. So you've got like there's 4 or 5 different ways, different positions along this wheel that some of you may be. So hopefully this reading has tapped as many Gemini as we can reach here in December. Very happy ending. It's a very happy ending to whatever the cycle is, and then excitement and deep knowing about what you're wanting to do next. It's very a good month for you guys.